about last week's episode of Cherish the Day. I'm gonna do a quick recap so you know what happened. Sunday is being honored at some event in New Orleans. She flies into town. Ellis picks her up in this big truck. He's a big truck driver. He has this basket of goodies for her, like a celebration in recognition of her being honored, or like a welcome to New Orleans thing. And I thought that was so sweet and like really intentional on his part. They're at the house, they're chilling, and he gets a call from his ex-wife. Her car breaks down and he needs her to pick her up, his mother-in-law and his child. And of course, you know, that's wrecking his plans. He had plans with Sunday to be with her all day, especially for her, you know, big night. But Ellis, being the man that he is, the gentleman, he was like, okay, I'm going to come and get you. He was told Sunday, I promise you I'm going to try to get there. So, of course, she's in her feelings. She's upset. And she practically, I believe, she turned the phone off. Okay, I think she did turn the phone off. He's calling her along the way, on his way there to pick up his ex-wife. She's not answering the phone. And while he's on his way, it turns out that he doesn't have to get her, which is get his daughter and his mother-in-law and wife. So then now he's like, okay, I can make it. I can make it to see to see Sunday. So he gets dressed. He's suited and booted too. While we're at now the ceremony, somebody tells Sunday, hey, there's somebody at the front that's looking for you. So, you know, she's expecting it to be Ellis. So am I. So it's all up Black Twitter, right? She gets there, and it's Buddy Roll from Atlanta, the boo thing who dropped her off to the airport in the first episode, who we have not seen since then. So it's him. So she's like, not so happy to see him. We weren't so happy to see him either because we really team Ellis, but nevertheless, so he's there. Ellis finally gets there, right? Finds out his name is not on the list because she took his name off. So he purchases a ticket for this event, right? That shows you intention. He bought a ticket for the event. He's there. He's taking photos and pictures of Sunday all while he's there. She has no idea that he's there. When it's time for the event to be over, she's leaving, and Buddy Rowe from Atlanta is like hugging her and touching all on her booty. And Ellis sees this, and we're like, oh my goodness, no, Ellis, it's not what you think. They go to this other, you know, place, Buddy Rowe from Atlanta and Sunday, and they're talking, and she's like telling him basically like, you're not the one, right? And so I was kind of, you know, sad for him, but I was happy that she was, you know, speaking her truth, and she was telling him what she wanted and what she desired. She was like, it's somebody else. And then he asked, but what does he have that I don't have? Oh gosh. Well, he got Sunday, that's for sure. That's what we know for sure. So when Sunday leaves the lounge with Buddy Rowe, she turns her phone on and realizes that Ellis had been calling her and texting her, and she received this picture that he took, which is evidence that he was at this reception that honored her. So she's like, where are you? So he was on a basketball court, and it was like this kind of scene from Love and Basketball, kind of sexy. So they were able to talk and discuss what happened. So I think the biggest thing is that there are like a lot of adjustments that have to happen since you know, this is a new relationship. There are adjustments that Ellis has to make with his family, with his girls, with his ex-wife, and we see this at the end when they make up. They're at Ellis's house. They about to, you know, do the thing that grown folks do, and his ex-wife just walks in. She opens the door because she has a key. Opens the door, and she comes in on them doing their thing. And so he's like, you can't do that. Like, what is going on? Like, we were going crazy. Like, hold up, where are the boundaries? Some boundaries need to be set. But this is a whole new relationship. So I think it just has to be set all around with Sunday and him and Ellis and his ex-wife and kids. Just everybody need to have a conversation, a sit down, a come to Jesus moment on the couch where we outline rules about how this relationship is going to move forward. But it was really interesting. What I really loved, and I tweeted about this last week, is that how they incorporated the cultural parts of New Orleans into this episode. Particularly this episode, but throughout the entire season, you know, you see all the elements and the history of New Orleans, the restaurant owners, the famous ones that we know of, and part of the reason why we have come to love New Orleans, the food, the culture, the music, all of the things. And so you see threads of that in each of the episodes, and it was really evident in the episode last week. So I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen tonight. So I hope you tune in live at 9 p.m. I have so much fun tweeting with the other lovers of Cherish today. It's a really amazing concept and storyline, and I love love, so I'm all up in it. Yeah. See you at 9. Cherish the day. Tune in.